Welcome. This message is for anyone who needs to hear this message. Spirit, what is in the third energy between this collective and their person, please? I am now shuffling the Spellcasting Oracle deck. If you'd like more information about any of the decks I'll be using in this reading today, please see the description field beneath this video. And we have psychic abilities. Okay. So you and your person may be a starseed, you may be a chosen one, you may be an empath, you may have intuitive abilities, you may be clairvoyant, you may be clairaudient, clairsentient, the list goes on. Some of you, upon meeting and connecting with this person, may have started receiving activations, which allowed you to bring on board more of your soul's original gifts. And as part of your mission to union or back to union with this person, you may have been asked to hone some of these original gifts. Spirit, what else is in the third energy between this collective and their person, please? I am now shuffling the wisdom of the Oracle deck. Just laying out a few Oracle cards to get a snapshot into the energies between you and your person. Then we will transition into a full tarot spread, followed by some further Oracle card guidance, some message cards from your person's higher self to you, and we will close your reading out also with a timeline Oracle card. Now, for some of you, you also have a strong telepathic bond with this person. Now, if you're watching this video and you don't have a person in mind, you may, especially if you are trying to manifest a soulmate or a twin flame, you may be dreaming about this person. So pay close attention to your dreams. If you write them down, that does help you remember them. We have regeneration. Okay, so for most of you watching this is going to be someone you already know. And so this inquiry here is really about a reunion. With the regeneration card, we see your person wants a second chance. This is giving judgment card energy. And in fact, as I'm connecting these oracle cards to the tarot, the psychic abilities card is reminding me of the high priestess. So your person may have been keeping their feelings under wraps. Nonetheless, there's a strong 5D connection that's in place here. Even if the two of you have been in a long-term period of separation, I do see this is changing though. For some of you, your person may have been healing addiction issues. That's coming off of the regeneration card because that's giving an energy of atonement, an energy of cleansing, renewal, recovery. For some of them, it could have been from a mood disorder. For others of you, it just could be because of unresolved losses, heartbreak, wounding, trauma from this and other lifetimes. Spirit, what else is in the third energy between this collective and their person? I am now shuffling the Ask Angels Oracle deck. And we have success, beautiful. So that's a confirmation that you're on the right path. Collective. And for some of you, this is related to your psychic abilities. This journey, I mean, perhaps some of you have activated a mission such as this. Doesn't necessarily have to be a spiritual-based mission though, but this, as you've been honing and utilizing more of your soul's original gifts, it activates your divine blueprint, in turn activating your soul song, and it calls your sacred partner closer to you as you do this. I do see that your mission is successful, especially if you've just started out. Or if you've hit some blocks on mission, that can happen too. We may have started something, it may have been an immediate success, but then perhaps you encounter some difficulties. I do see that in that case, your mission is regenerating too, is in the process of regenerating. There may be a resurgence. For some of you, if you've been working with clients or business has been slow, I see some people from the past coming back. I'm connecting this strongly to the retrograde period. Venus just went retrograde. Chiron is about to go retrograde. We also have Pluto and Saturn in retrograde at this time. Spirits, let's see what else is in the third energy. Let's get a romance angels card as well. We have, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Beautiful. So think happy thoughts about your person, about your union, about your mission, collective. And that helps you offer the right vibration. And remember, if doubt is starting to creep in to your thinking, try to stop it before it gains momentum. And just do that by pivoting. You can use gratitude as a technique for doing that. If you feel yourself starting to doubt whether a new beginning is possible, or if you are doubting your path in some way, and that can be challenging, especially if you are in a twin flame connection. It can be challenging to keep the faith, particularly if you've been in separation from your person over a long-term period of time. So look for signs around you. If you're in doubt, ask your guidance team for a sign or synchronistic message, and then let go and stay tuned, and they will put you back on the path. But you have to be open, so make sure your heart is open and that you're in a state of allowing. Okay, let's move on now and get some tarot. Just focus on your person for me, collective. I'm working with 2 decks today, Colette Baron-Reid's Good Tarot and one of John Holland's decks. And I will be clarifying today with the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrin Welch-Stein. Spirit, what surrounds the collective's person as it concerns the collective, please? What is he or she thinking? How is he or she feeling? Where is their connection headed? Okay, we have the Chariot. So that can be about victory and success. So that is reaffirming that Ask Angels Oracle card there. This is about momentum. This is about manifestation. This can be about the direction one is heading in life. So stay the course, collective. As you do that, you are pulling your person into right alignment on your person's own particular journey as well, which is related to yours, but it's different too, especially if you're not the same soul. Although twin flames can be very similar and very different at the same time, that the mirroring expresses itself differently. You know, for example, as I've mentioned in other videos, you can be in an age gap connection. Or you could be transmuting old religious, old cultural templates, for example. So you might seem very different, but often on the inside, you're very similar. Whatever you're working on, whatever your person has been working on, it's going to be a success. In the John Holland's deck, this card, it's the Chariot in the tarot, but it is called move. So this could involve a move of house, a move of job, a move of country. Even this card can sometimes indicate distance, travel. Something here about closing the gap. That could be a gap in consciousness vibration. But it could also indicate that you and your person live in different states, in different countries. and that this has been an obstacle. The Chariot card can be about overcoming obstacles and challenges, however. It's giving Ganesha energy. We can decree or pray to Ganesha to remove obstructions, obstacles. What crosses the Chariot? And we have 9 of Wands. So that's the relationship wound card. And so that has been the purpose of the separation between you and your person. So with 9 of Wands, that can indicate relationship wounds often. So this could be from a past connection that your person has been in, that has hardened their heart. It has made it, excuse me, harder for them to trust in relationships. There's this residual sense of defeatism here. You know, it's interesting, on the John Holland deck, we see someone on, it looks like a long journey or a long hike, and it's close that it's clear that they're about to reach their destination, but they don't have enough energy to reach it to the summit, to reach it to the peak, so they've stopped to rest. And I see that as a metaphor for yours and your person's journey, which you may see as a journey back to each other, but really the union in the 3D is a byproduct of the journey back home to oneself. I mean, this card teaches that in order to reach our destination, sometimes we need to take a time out. This card is also giving Herman energy. You and your person may have Virgo. Strong Virgo in your chart. Yeah, I'm picking up more on an energy of relationship wounds here than high ACE. Could just be an indication that you've done a lot of inner child work, or that you've resolved more of your childhood and ancestral wounding trauma, or just that you don't have as much. We're all coming to this journey from different soul phases and at different levels of ascension. What are they aware of as it concerns the collective, please? Okay, the need to make a transition, 6 of Swords. More of that baggage from past relationships is needing to be released, and that's a process for them. And I'm getting that some of them have been resisting that some of them have been holding on to the past, even though we see they want a beginning with that regeneration. But the regeneration card did come out in the protection. So I'm getting this energy of kind of spinning their own wheels. It's like the wheels of that chariot. It's like they might be stuck in the mud, metaphorically speaking. And that has a lot to do with the things they're thinking about themselves, about relationships, possibly about you. I'm getting an energy of once bitten, twice shy that's coming off of them. For some of them, yeah, I'm getting more of that energy of healing from an addiction. We'll see what comes through the oracle cards at the end of the reading. I do have specific oracle cards that deal with specific forms of addiction that sometimes come out that could corroborate that and give you more specificity about that. Yeah, some of them may have been going to support group meetings. For some of them, you know, it may have started as marriage counseling. If they've had a karmic partner and they've tried to work on the marriage, in some cases that's coming through for a few of you. But I'm seeing that they're getting the sense that it's time to move on. There may be some confusion about whether they should stay, particularly if they have children, and work on the connection for the sake of the children. For many of them, you are in their past, and some of them may be questioning, well, you know, so a considerable period of time has passed. does move on mean I find a new person? You know, if I were to reach back out to the collective, what will I learn? Will the same thing happen again? Or maybe I'll learn that the collective will have moved on, and maybe it's better just to have a nice dream life about the collective. You know, that way I don't risk feeling rejected. I don't risk feeling abandoned. Seems to be their mentality at present. Beneath them as it concerns the collective. Yeah, so with Eight of Wands in the reverse, this is part of the reason why they haven't reached out to you yet. It's something they've been thinking about. What I'm seeing is that they're receiving a lot of telepathic messages from you, because this is a subconscious influence. Like, they could be dreaming about you. You may even be writing them messages or sending them messages in the actual dream. Like, they may be receiving text messages from you in the dream, is what I'm hearing. For some of them, they may be hoping to receive more guidance from you in their dream space, or more telepathic guidance from you about how to move forward. You know, some of them may be seeking reassurance that if they were to choose you again, to come back towards you, seeking reassurance that you would give them a second chance. Some of them may not be sure. Behind them as it concerns you. Yeah, we have the Justice card. So for some of them, this has involved a separation or divorce from a karmic partner. They needed to get divorced, and that may have caused some confusion, potentially an ending or disruption with you if, you know, they were in separation but weren't officially divorced from their person. Some of them, it seems like it was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They may have connected with you, but you know, perhaps it's like I'm picking up also now on an energy of some type of social pressure from their family, maybe even from their church, to stay married for the sake of the children. You know, in some cases, maybe they're coming from a family growing up where their parents stayed married. And that just might seem like the right thing to do. I'm picking up on an energy where they don't yet know what the right thing is to do, because there's something here about old appeasement programming being at work. Yeah, the need for social approval, wanting to keep everyone happy. The trouble is that's not sustainable. That only works for short periods of time. And it's almost always at the cost of our own happiness. Some of them may not have experience following their intuition, following their heart, or if they have in the past, it hasn't led them to a successful or victorious result in relationships. They may feel like they failed in relationships. It may seem safer to focus on other life structures such as career or creative endeavors. Where's this headed? Yeah, so we have another card here about reunion, 6 of Cups, but it's in the reverse. So now when we add that to the 9 of Wands, which was the relationship wound energy, we're picking up on some more inner childhood wounding. Sorry. Inner child wounds and early childhood trauma. For some of them, they may have known you for a considerable period of time. And you may have been waiting for a message from them that hasn't arrived yet. You may have known them in other lifetimes. Most certainly, if you are in a karmic soulmate or a twin flame connection, you have known them in other lifetimes. There may be relationship wounds between the two of you from other lifetimes that still need to be resolved. For some of them, there's something here with their family. They may need to forgive their parents. Some of them have children. Some of them have a guilty conscience. They feel like if they were to end this marriage with the karmic, that it may adversely affect their children. And so that's why they haven't fully pulled the plug on it yet. I am seeing that the Justice card is behind them, however, so I am getting the sense that for many of them that is in the works already, and it might just be, they might be waiting for it to be official. Some of them, yeah, need some more inner child healing. They need some more relationship healing. And energy work can be a good way of getting under some of that. I mean, certainly if your person is open to doing conscious work, that is a very good thing. But subconscious work is another alternative. It is thought, however, that 50% of karmic clearing is subconscious. The other 50% is conscious work that we would do with a therapist or a counselor. If you'd like some more help with subconscious energy work, please book a healing call with me and we can take a closer look at what may still be blocking the union between you and this person. Let's see what their next possible actions are toward the collective at this time. Spirit, clarify the Six of Cups energy. They want a reunion, but it's in the reverse, which is similar to the regeneration card. Yeah, we're repeating sixes too. Okay, so for some of them also another message that's coming through, 6 is connected with the divine feminine, and then when we bring that back to the psychic abilities card, they may need to heal their inner feminine. So that means they haven't been honoring the path of their heart. They haven't been honoring their intuition. Some of them may have psychic wounds from past lifetimes where they've been a healer, where they've been a psychic, where they've been a seer, excuse me. And something bad has happened. They may have been persecuted. They may have been witch hunted. They may have even been executed. And so that's why they picked a more traditional path in this lifetime, for example. Okay. Clarify the Six of Cups reverse. Why is that in reverse as it concerns their next possible actions toward the collective? Are they inclined to reach out? I see they want this new beginning, and we see that they have something that they want to say. Some of them also, here is another message. We combine 8 of Wands with the Chariot. Some of them are frustrated about a lack of progress in their life. Some of them either fear success or they fear failure. They want to message you, but they want to make sure they have good news, and they don't yet have good news to offer you. See, they want success. Okay, but they're not, there's something about them not being there yet. Yeah, to go back to that Wounded Warrior card, 9 of Wands. Okay. Clarify the Six of Cups as it concerns the collective's person's next possible actions toward the collective, please, Spirit. And we have Knight of Wands, and it's upright. So, okay, some of them want to rush in. They want to reconnect with you, and they want to do it very quickly, very suddenly. So expect the unexpected here. But with the Knight of Wands, that's often a very erratic, unreliable type of energy. I mean, it can just be a sudden impulse that someone is responding to, but this is also the player archetype. So it's like, as I'm feeling into that, for some of you, especially those in a twin flame connection, Spirit may be protecting this connection from that result. Because in other words, they may only be able to offer you something uncommitted, something unconventional, and that may not be what either of you want, especially since I'm picking up on more of a traditional energy, which really just means that this is not ready yet. So, and especially if that's happened before, I mean, this archetype, the Knight of Wands, can be very in and out of someone's life. So especially if you've been in a conflict separation cycle with this person, and that could be a commentary on what the Justice card is about in the past behind the two of you too. Yeah. So I would ensure that you're coming at this connection again with good, healthy boundaries, collective. Because it's like, I'm just getting the sense that with these other cards here, they may not be ready to offer you more, but they may try to come forward sooner because they just may be afraid that if they don't, you're going to be the one that got away. So, I mean, if you're open to that, or if you're watching this and you're in an earlier phase of this union, you may still be learning those lessons about boundaries, for example. And so then there could be more to learn from that. I'm not here to pass any judgment on any of the choices that anyone watching this video, for that matter, their person makes. Okay. Let's see. Another message as it concerns the collective person's next possible actions toward the collective. This could be another clarifier, or it could be a message for another demographic, please, Spirit. Okay, we got two together. What did we get? Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm seeing here, yeah. So we got Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles came out together, but they're both in the reverse. Yeah, so your person is feeling commitment phobic. And there's something here, yeah, about this marriage to the karmic partner needing to be dissolved fully first before they can come forward and offer you a commitment, collective. And with the Eight of Pentacles, yeah, some of them, it may have something to do with their money too. It's like they may be stalling because of a settlement. Some of them may feel like, yeah, with the psychic abilities cards, they may feel like they need to create a new revenue stream to have enough in a monetary financial way to be able to offer commitment, long-term commitment to you, collective. For some of them, this is also a commentary on needing to work on themselves more, that they're not fully healed, especially when we combine that with the Six of Swords in the reverse. Some of them may need to do some more inner child work. You know, as I said before, some of them may need to forgive their families first. For some of them, they may be having trouble letting go of something here about loss of prestige, especially when we connect that with the Success card, because it's giving now Six of Wands energy. And then when we combine that with Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, some of them, it's like the reason why the Knight of Wands may be here too is because some type of self-sacrifice is necessary, and they're being stubborn, and it's like they want you in their life, but they don't want to have to make changes to their external in order to be able to choose you. And it's like, in order to commit to you, they can't continue to have it both ways. But I'm seeing that some of them may try that with you. And for those of them with honorable intentions toward you, that may be like a diversionary tactic. Really, it may be a way in which they're trying to buy themselves more time, because the divorce may take some further time to finalize. Some of them here, again, with that Knight of Wands energy, they may want to have a good time with you. Maybe even over the summer. There might be something time sensitive. Maybe they don't want to wait the whole summer to be able to see you or to be able to take a trip somewhere. But, you know, so it might just be something they're considering. And for some of them that are more traditional or maybe even religious, they may feel like they need to be fully divorced first before they can even spend time with you. Okay, let's move on and get you some messages now. Some further oracle card draws. I'm going to work with James Van Prague's The Soul Journey Lesson cards. Spirit, what else do you want this collective to know about their person or about this connection? What is needing to be healed here? Some further advice for the collective. Let's get 2 of these cards, please. And we have patience, but yeah, it's in the reverse. So I accept that everything happens in divine order. Yeah. So that's interesting. There's a few different messages coming off of that. So one is that collective, you may have been waiting for a long time for this person. You may, when we come back to the stay optimistic about your love life, what came through in the beginning is that you may have been starting to doubt whether it was possible to have a new beginning with this person. So it's very important to stay optimistic about your love life. So that, for you, that's your guidance, especially if you've been in separation for a long-term period of time. Now, on their end of the connection, what I'm picking up about your person is they may be getting impatient. Again, we go back to the spinning of the wheels in the mud analogy that came through with the Chariot card and then the 8 of Wands card in the reverse. They're wanting more with you. They're wanting to suddenly message you. They're wanting to suddenly come forward, but there may be a little too much momentum going. And when we have a lot of momentum going without alignment, that can sometimes be destructive. As Abraham Hicks would put it, if we have a contradictory vibration, it pokes out here, as they say. So it's kind of like it goes sideways. So yeah, for those of you in a twin flame connection at this stage, what's likely to happen is spirit will just protect you. And that's in this card here. That's what they're saying. I accept that everything happens in divine order. See, there's a divine order. There's a divine timing. And I'm picking up on a timeline that's improving as you come into closer alignment, collective, with yourself and honor your boundaries, good, healthy boundaries. Because someone with good, healthy boundaries is not going to let this Knight of Wands in, right? Some of them may try to message you late at night, but you probably don't have your phone on late at night anymore. Maybe you used to. Or they might try to drunk dial. They might take some liquid courage to make themselves ready. Yeah, for some of them, this has also been a commentary on them, like mustering enough courage to approach you again. They're impatiently waiting. The results of a divorce or settlement is the biggest message that's coming through. Okay. Another message, please, for this collective about their person. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay, so this is a piece of advice about how, friendship can be a firm foundation for any long-lasting connection. So for some of you, what that indicates is that if it helps you to protect your energy, to just consider them a friend, not to friend zone them. You don't even have to verbally tell them that you just consider them a friend, but you may just need to think about them as a friend until they're ready to come forward and make you a tangible offer, right? For others of you, this indicates to surround yourself with friends that help prop you up, that help raise your vibration. You may also have to be more selective about who you spend time around too. I mean, you don't want interfering energies. It's also good manifestational advice to not talk about a connection before it's manifested. So try not to talk to your friends about this person if possible, collective. Some of you might benefit from joining a new social club or friends group. Could even be this might be a means of meeting other members of your soul family, other soulmates, not necessarily in a romantic sense, but just people to help pass the time with, especially since it seems like if you want to continue to choose this connection, your person may not quite be ready yet. So you may need to surround yourself with people around you that help you stay optimistic about your love life, right? And then another message that's coming through too is that there might be some people that you meet through this friends group, could be on social media, but doesn't have to be, that helps you in some way to hone your psychic abilities. Could even be a way of learning a new hobby. It could be something like astrocartography, for example. There's lots of great groups you can join. Could be a group for light language sharing, honing, for example. Spirit. But stay with what resonates too. And just that, as that Knight of Wands energy applies to you, pay very close attention to impulse and practice good boundaries with any new people that you should meet. Okay, let's see. Another oracle card for the collective. Could be a piece of advice for them or about their connection or about their person. I'm now shuffling Heather Askanosi's Daily Crystal Inspirations. We'll get one of these cards as well. And we have Lepidolite, recall your dreams. So that's interesting when we connect that back to psychic abilities. So there might be a lot of dream sharing. In fact, one of these groups that was coming through, you might join a group to help you interpret your dreams or to help hone your dream interpretation abilities, collective. That's interesting. Let's see what else Heather has to say about lepidolite. And you might get some lepidolite if that stone resonates, and maybe put it under your pillow. That might help amplify your, could be lucid dreaming abilities. Discover a new dimension of yourself by tapping into the power of the invisible dream world. There is so much information accessible to you within the symbols and storylines of your dreams. They offer a deeper method of understanding and self-reflection, a way to expand beyond the physical realm and learn from your subconscious mind. Start by asking yourself a question before you go to bed and see if you can work out the answer in your dream. So you can ask questions about your connection before you go to sleep, about your person. You can ask to be shown or to receive messages from your person's higher self, for example. When you wake up, write down all the details that you recall. Making this a regular practice will allow you to access the subconscious information about yourself. Core questions: what was my last vivid dream? What happened after a dream that felt like it had a message? What messages can I uncover from my dream state? Crystal action or affirmation: I am enlightened by messages from my dream self. And so there's a further piece of guidance here about starting a dream journal as well. Okay, let's see. Let's get you some messages from their higher self now. Spirit, what would the collector's person wish to say to them? If they were to message them right now, what would they like to say? I left you before you could leave me. Interesting. I'm feeling into that. That feels like they're a karmic pattern. And I'm getting that for some of them, they could have left the karmic family that they had children with before they could fail at that too, even. I'm getting that pattern could have been set up in childhood, especially if they came from a broken home. So they may fear failure. For some of them, that may have been, self-sabotaging. It may have been their way of protecting themselves from failure in relationships. So, especially with that, to go back to that Knight of Wands archetype that has some of that energy. That may have been self-protective. Especially if you started something with this person and the connection didn't get off the ground. Perhaps you were seeking a relationship. Perhaps they were just seeking a hookup, something casual. But that feels like a past energy. Because as we see, from the very start, this connection has the potential to regenerate with more healing work. So it's like your person is in the midst of maturing from this Knight of Wands to that King of Pentacles. But right now, that King of Pentacles is still in the reverse, right? So he's just not quite there yet. Okay. So what else would their higher self wish to say to you? Collective. Can't stop thinking about you. Okay, so you are still very much on their mind. This is still very much an active connection, even if you can't see results in the 3D physical yet. Recall that, as I've said in other videos, 99% of manifestation is non-physical. Only 1% of all that we see on this green earth is physical, which means we only see results at the very end of a manifestational life cycle. So that's why dreams might be very important to you. Collective. Recalling your dreams, writing them down. Ascending more and more fully into a 5D paradigm of living, a new earth paradigm. The more you can anchor that frequency in your daily life, even the more likely this is to manifest sooner. Okay, another message from their higher self to this collective, please. I feel you even although we're apart. Okay, so they are acknowledging the 5D connection. They're acknowledging the dream sharing. They're acknowledging that not only do they think about you, they feel you. So their head and their heart is starting to make a connection. That is very encouraging. And getting that for some of them in the past, they may have been an overthinker, or they may have been just very reactive with that Knight of Wands. And not... Yeah, it could go the opposite, where they didn't think things through, where they rushed in without thinking. And I feel like whatever happened here, it's caused them to reflect and to slow down. And now they're connecting their thoughts with their emotional body more. And so that indicates they're healing, they're growing. They're growing through their old karmic patterns. Okay, just a few more messages from this hand-channeled message deck of my own. I think what was coming through before is that they may have had some addiction issues that they were recovering from. So we'll see if that, your spirit confirms that with this deck. Let's see. Spirit, what else do you want this collective to know about their person or about the connection, please? 3 or 4 of these messages for them. Okay, and we have Dreamer. Okay, well, so that is confirming the Lepidolite and the Psychic Abilities card. So that was very much a theme, a resonant theme throughout this reading. But there's something also here about your person being a bit of a dreamer. So they could have strong Neptune in their chart. So they may have a lot of fantasies about you, but may have trouble following through. And especially if there has been a forbidden quality to this connection, like if they've, the prevailing storyline was that many of them may have been married to someone else. So they may not have ever been fully free to act upon their passions and their dreams with you. But I see that, as they balance their karma and heal, that's changing. Okay. And I mean, since we've had that many messages, some of you, your psychic gifts may involve dream interpretation too. Like you may be able to give intuitive readings, collective, or your person may have those abilities. What else? We have self-limiting beliefs. Okay. So I can't stop thinking about you. Some of that rumination pattern may also involve the thoughts that they think about themselves that limit their progress in life. For some of them, that may also extend to the belief that they have needed to stay married in a karmic marriage to someone for the sake of the children, for example, that came through earlier. Or, that there might be a religious lineage that is attached to that self-limiting belief too, particularly if they're Christian. Some of them may even believe that divorce is bad, or that, they're going to go to hell if they get divorced. I mean, that sounds really dramatic, but, that can be very much a part of someone's faith system. Maybe not consciously. I mean, that could be part of their lineage. That could be ancestral trauma, for example, ancestral programming. So releasing self-limiting beliefs might be a spiritual practice to look into too. That's certainly something I could help you with if you'd like to book a healing call with me, but there are different ways of doing that. Subliminal audios can be good for that. Other forms of, subconscious release work involving clearing statements or rewiring the subconscious, hypnosis. What else, please? Move of house. Okay, I think that may have come through in the beginning too. Yeah, with the Chariot card and the 6 of Swords. So yeah, some of them may need to, if they're still living with their karmic partner, they may need to move out. Or if they're living with relatives, if they live with extended family, for example, some of their relatives may need to move out. If they live in a different country, they may need to travel to see you, for example. Some of them may need to move for work. Something also here about an up level. Maybe they feel like they need to be able to move you to a new house. Maybe that is part of the offer, what they're trying to save up for with that reverse Knight of Pentacles energy, or what they've been waiting for the settlement money for. And one further message here. Ooh, they have some entities around them as well. And so some of that might be, yeah, connected to the grid point in some way. So entities may need to be released from where they live, or if they live in a major metropolitan area, that can be a big problem, especially for people with psychic abilities. So you may want to look into releasing entities. It's pretty easy to do, but you have to do it regularly. Some of them can be bound into our energy field too, particularly if we have a trauma that we're still healing. And they may need to be professionally removed, but there's lots of great free audio resources for entity release, clearing, just on YouTube. And if you'd like some more resources for entity release removal, please book a healing call with me and I can help you with that. Okay, let's close this reading out now with some timelines, Spirit. When can this collective expect a shift with their person, please? When can they expect a shift in this connection, please? And we have Tuesday. It did come out in the reverse, however. So it could be, I'm recording this reading on a Sunday. It could be as soon as this Tuesday, but it could be some Tuesday soon. Tuesday is also associated with the planet Mars. So you and your person may have some planetary karma with Mars to resolve. Since Mars is the planet associated with debt karma in Vedic astrology, you could even have a karmic debt you owe to your person's karmic partner, for example. While the roles may reverse or change throughout the course of lifetimes, karmic triangles tend to recur until the karma is resolved. And if that's something that resonates with you, you might try offering Ho'oponopono to any interfering third parties to help free you and your person from the karmic bounds of Earth. All right, Spirit, when else, please? When else can this collective expect to hear from their person, expect a shift in this connection, please? And we have January. So that feels like a far way off, but I'm wondering maybe if that is why the message came through earlier in your reading about how your person may have wanted to rush in and make some plans with you before the summer was over. They might want some type of summer getaway with you to spend some more time getting to know each other. When else, Spirit? When else for this collective? And we have next month. Okay, so I'm recording this reading in July. So next month is August, but note that this reading is timeless. So it could be the next month following your intuitive watching of this video. Next month, we also have the Lionsgate portal, if you are, in fact, watching this video when it's first produced. So that can be a very powerful portal day. You and your person could have strong Leo placements. One final timeline, please. We have 8 months. Okay, so that is beyond January now. That is March, potentially, or again, 8 months from when you were watching this video. Okay, thank you, collective. Oh, we also have repeating 8s. Next month being an 8, and then 8 months. So 8 may be a sign for you. Thank you, collective.